The relationship between the Dracos and planet Earth is long and complicated, and it is hard to know exactly when they first got here, but it is probable that they encountered Earth when it was a water planet. They had a chaotic relationship with some civilizations such as Lemuria and Atlantis, and they were the ones who started the so-called installation on planet Earth. Among other things, the Draconian installation was directed towards slowing down humankind's evolution, shortening their lifespans, and in general, making life harder for them. This influence was subtle and very effective, and we find it everywhere in human civilization, from the modification of human language to confuse meanings, to the establishment of things like religious, monetary, and educational systems that were intentionally designed to slow down the evolution of humanity. They have also been accused of modifying humanity's timeline artificially. At some point, the Galactic Federation developed advanced weaponry and reached out to help planet Earth. The reptilians were forced to retreat underground, and since then, humans have had the surface to themselves. The Draconians then tried to get the surface back through hybridization, creating human and reptilian hybrids and placing them in the royal families of different civilizations around the world, seeking to take over the positions of power. The terms blue bloods and the fifth column refer to this covert hybridization program. Something else that the Draconian influence brought to planet Earth was the power, influence, and knowledge of black magic and the dark arts. The Draconians are masters of the fourth dimension and of mind control. They are said to have controlled humans from the dream world in the past and may still be doing this today. The best protection against negative Draconian influence is to operate from unconditional love, since they use the fear of their victims against them. To solve the war that was going on between the Dracos and human species on Earth, there was a council in the Andromeda Galaxy to decide how to reconcile the two civilizations and get them to agree to a ceasefire. The humans reluctantly agreed to create a new hybrid group of races, part human and part reptilian, which was to be the basis of the 12 original human groups that populated Earth and became modern humans. We know that with the addition of the reptilian DNA, humans acquired what is known as the reptilian brain, which is related to things such as survival and fear. We find mentions of reptilian beings in many ancient civilizations and texts, including the Mahabharata and the Vedas, where we find a negative race called the Rakshasas and a benevolent race called the Nagas, who are said to be very wise, advanced, and to want the best for planet Earth. Another being that was regarded as a very benevolent force was Quetzalcoatl, or Kukulkan, the feathered serpent god that brought wisdom and controlled the winds, known all throughout the Americas. Another type of reptilian beings known to exist on Earth are the sometimes called reptoids or reptarians, a group of native humanoid reptilian species that has been evolving on Earth for a long time and now lives inside the planet. They are said to coexist with other groups in the inner Earth, but also to have clear boundaries on their territory. Within the Draconians, we have subcategories, including the main Draconian warrior species and groups like the Alpha Draconians and the Alpha Albino Royal Dracos. The Alpha Draconians are said to be some of the most impressive creatures you can find in the entire galaxy. These dominant lizards stand from 15 to 20 feet tall, sometimes even bigger than that, reaching well past 30 feet. They are able to spit fire, they have their own ships, and they are master geneticists. They are very wise and mostly positive beings. They have a relationship of respect and even sometimes cooperation with the Galactic Federation. The positive Alpha Draconians keep the few negative ones in check, which might include the so-called Alpha Albino Royal Dracos. To give you an idea of the amount of reptile races that have been reported, we have the Alpha Draconians, the Draconian warrior type, the Usungo, the Naga, the Shell Naga, the Kingu, which come in white, green, and red, the Seraphim Draconian, the Seraphae, who are allegedly mostly negative. We also have the Dinoid or reptilian insectoid, the Jauja, also known as a predator species, the Sira Dracos, the Eol reptoids, the Iguanoids, Lizardian people, Regalians, the Royal Dinoids, the Saurian beings, and the Serpent beings, among many others. We hope this overview of reptilian species has been helpful. See you next time.